You're welcome back to the Pulse on the Joy News channel, Multi TV. Let's quickly go back to the Northern region. That story we brought to you about the scandal we're learning of, in which 2 registration officers have been sacked for taking registration materials to the home of the MPP running Dr. Bawumia in the area. We can get more details now from Mr. Benjamin Bawumia. He's the director of the EC in the Wale Wale constituency. Let's get more from him now. Mr. Bawumia, thank you for joining us. Mr. Bawumia, good afternoon, sir.
Abdrazak, NDC Communication Officer.
Hello, sir.
This is Timuru Abdrazak, NDC Communication Officer.
Okay, it looks like we're still having issues with our lines. We'll try and rectify that and bring you that interview. But we're learning that actions have been taken as regards this issue. 2 persons have indeed been sacked as a result of sending election material to the home of Dr. Bawumia. The NDC are already up in arms, saying that the dismissal is not enough and they will require a bit more action. First of all, they're asking for an audit of the register in that constituency to ensure that no other names are sent into the register without their proper assessment or everyone's independent assessment of this particular register in the Wale Wale constituency. We'll bring you more on this story. We'll try as much as we can to bring you Mr. Bawumia. Let me try once again. Mr. Bawumia, thank you for joining us. Mr. Benjamin Bawumia, good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon.
Right, I'm glad we can speak to you now. I was asking for you to first of all confirm to us that the 2 officers involved have indeed been sacked.
Yes, 1 verification officer and 1 execution officer have been sacked and replaced with new officers who work at the center.
And can you tell us exactly what happened?
Yeah, about, I think, Tuesday or so, around, according to the officers, around 5:30, it threatened to rain.
The 10-day exercise
In the evening. So they closed the center before 6 o'clock, which is the stipulated time for closing. And when they got to their homes, it didn't rain. And they said some people called them that there are some people at the center coming to check their tickets. So they went back to the center. And when they went there, all the people have dispersed. So there was nobody there who was coming to check this or her particulars. And somebody told them that somebody came from a house, a nearby house. And they mistakenly went to that house and called somebody verify, somebody to check his particulars and then verify the first. And then they came back and then at 6 o'clock they closed the center. This is something that was against the regulations of the Electoral Commission. So when the information got to me, I instructed the supervisors immediately drop the 2 and replace them with new officers for them to work, continue the work for the Electoral Commission. That's what happened.
And do we know who these individuals who got verified are?
Who?
The individuals who got their names verified are the residents of Dr. Bawumia.
Yeah, it was at a later day that I heard, I asked the supervisor to investigate. And then they told me that it was Mr. Bawumia. The house was the place that they went to verify.
And is it true that the officers were given some money in exchange for the service they rendered?
Officers were given some money in exchange of what they did.
Yes.
That who gave them that money?
The individuals who got a name verified at Dr. Bawumia's residence.
I am not sure of that because we don't take money from people before they are verified or before they check their particulars. And my supervisor didn't tell me that. And I even spoke to the officers concerned and nobody alluded to that fact. But I don't think that is true.
Now, for these officers, are these individuals you recruited for this exercise, or they are individuals who have been employed by the commission to do this job?
No, they are temporary officials that we recruited and trained for the exhibition of exercise.
Now, we've heard from the NDC in that constituency. They've been making some demands, saying that sacking them alone is not enough. They want an audit done for the register. Is this something that can be done to clear the minds of many?
Can I get you clear? They want what?
An audit of the register done.
An audit of the register?
Yes.
Every party is supposed to get their agents at the exhibition center. And they are to be there to defend the interests of their party. Audit in which sense are you talking about? Let me be clear about what they are claiming on.
Per what's happened, their thinking is that there's every chance that some other names may have found its way onto the register since this registration was not done at the polling center or where they are authorized to do the job, since the equipment was sent to the home of an individual that they cannot verify.
Yeah, if there is concerns about the people moving to the house, they are right. As I indicated, it was wrong for them to go to somebody's house to verify the person. But this is exhibition. We do not add names onto registers just like that. And we cannot delete somebody's name out of the register just like that. There are procedures. And even if somebody is deleted, they have to fill the form, objection form. And then there are other documents that also goes with it. And at the close of the exercise, they will place a copy of the list of objections at the center. And this will not be approved until it is taken to the registration review committee. So registration review officer, who is a judge in the district, for him to go through, examine the merits and demerits before he can authenticate the register. And then whatever correction or that has been done will be approved by.
Now, for this decision that's been taken, sacking these two individuals, is that the only action you're taking to correct this? Because some will look at this and say it should not end with the 2 years being dismissed.
Hello?
Mr. Barnaby, I'm saying that is the dismissal of these two the only solution to the problem?
No, we have dismissed them. We have taken a look at the materials and we have not found anything untoward. Anyway, I have reported it to my regional director. And so subsequent action will be taken depending upon what the commission decides.
What about the police? Have you informed them of this matter?
About the police?
Yes. Because some will say it's an electoral offense that's been committed here.
We are here to inform them.
But would you?
Yeah, we will do that.
Okay. But what's the measures as well that you're putting in place to ensure that we won't have these incidences happen as the exhibition exercise continues?
We have sent word across. In fact, training, we told them. I don't know what happened that they went to that place. And that's the only center in the whole district of 118 centers that we have heard that thing happen.
I just want to clear my mind of something. When the equipment was sent to the home of Dr. Bawumia, how many individuals got re-registered?
It is not re-registration. It is not registration.
It's verification. So how many individuals got verified?
They said it was only Bawumia who was verified.
It's only Dr. Bawumia who was verified?
Yes, please.
Now, did they go upon a request by Dr. Bawumia to go and have him registered?
From the investigation I had, from I made my supervisor to do it, and the report he gave it, I think Bawumia was one of the people who came to that center to verify their name, their particulars. Earlier on, when the people, because of the threat of the rain, have gone home, closed the center. And so when they came, they got information that somebody came from that. In fact, I didn't even know that it was Bawumia who was verified. And then they went to that place and met the man. In fact, he said they met him on the way, and then they told him that they were there, but they went home. Like they learned they have come there to verify in their absence. Then they got inside the house and did the verification and came back.
All right, Mr. Benjamin Manobi, thank you for your time. The head of the EC in the Wale Wale constituency, confirming for us this incident, 2 individuals being sacked for sending equipment to the home of Dr. Bawumia for him to be verified in the register. Let's now speak to the NDC's communications officer in that part of the country, Mr. Imoru Razak. He's in the Wale Wale constituency. Thank you, sir, for your time. You've heard from the Electoral Commission. They've sacked the 2 individuals and they put in place measures to ensure that this does not happen again. Satisfied? Mr. Razak, can you hear me?
Hello, Francis.
Yes. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Am I speaking to Mr. Imoru Razak?
Yes, please.
Great. So we just spoke to the Electoral Commission, head of the EC in Wale Wale. He says that they put in place measures to ensure that this does not happen again. They've sacked the 2 individuals, and that should do it. They are reporting the matter as well to the police. Satisfied?
Francis, we are still not satisfied. Until what the district director of the Electoral Commission said is put to test and is put to practice. We are not satisfied. We're still left with about some days to finish the exercise. And we are asking 3 critical questions. 1, the first question is, Francis, who asked them to send the BVD and the PVS to Dr. Bawumia's house? Our investigations have shown that a senior officer at the office, district office, instructed the said officials who are manning the polling station, that is Mr. Yobe Ambrose and Madam Mumuni Latifa, to send the PVD and the PVR, that is the Provisional Voters Register, to Dr. Bawumia's house. That is our first question. Who asked them, who instructed them to send those equipment to his house?
Let me see if I can give an answer on that, because we spoke to the EC director for that constituency, who just explained to us, Mr. Banobio, that this was not upon request of Dr. Bawumia. They actually went there because the previous day it rained and he had already come there to have his name verified, and so they only went there to have him verified.
Francis, our investigations have shown that a senior officer at the office instructed the said officials to send the BVD and the PVR to Dr. Bawumia's house. And as of now, these 2 people have been made to bear the brunt. The officer is cooling off at the office there. What are the measures being put in place to also see to it that the officer bears the brunt? Again, the second question is, the regional minister came into the constituency and indeed went to his polling station and got himself verified. So Dr. Bawumia, as a citizen and who is well versed with the electoral procedure of this country, should have told the officers to go back to the polling station and he will follow to the polling station to get himself verified. He did not do that. So we must raise the alarm, because we don't know what is going to happen in the election day. Again, we have been told that there was an exchange of money exchange hands. Our investigations have shown.
Mr. Razak, for that particular allegation, do you have evidence?
Francis, the evidence is, why is it that the officers have...
The evidence cannot be a question, Mr. Sorry, Mr. Abdul Razak. The evidence cannot be a question. The evidence should be a document you have or some recording of sorts indicating that indeed money did exchange hands. Do you have that?
We don't have any written document to that effect, but we have evidence upon our investigations to the effect that the officers were paid off, and for that matter, they were instructed by a senior officer to send the equipment there. And the equipment,
paid how much?
It never lasted. It was not a short time. The whole police station got a standstill. People queued at the police station to get themselves verified.
Mr. Abdul Razak, you say money did exchange hands. How much?
Yes, a closer amount of 10,000 Ghana cedis.
And do you know who took this money?
The officers who have been sacked should be someone to answer this question. Because
you see, to make such an allegation without any shred of evidence, is it not problematic? Are you not just throwing dust into everyone's eyes on this matter, Mr. Razak?
Mr. Francis, I'm not just blowing hot and cold about this issue. The fact is that when an officer commits a blunder, at least the critical stakeholders of the district, that is, who have interest in elections, should be called and informed before the action was taken. We were not informed. It was our party executives at that branch who got us informed. And indeed, we went to the police station. The officers were not there. The third police station have been splitted. That is Kerega, President JHS A and D. So the A officials were taken off. These were the officers who were sent to Bawume's house. And we were told Dr. Bawume, upon this request, asked his party executives to go through the PVR, the Provisional Voters Register. He went through the Provisional Register with his executives, and they identify NDC loyalists in the constituency and take forms to object to their names. We are not opposed to objection to names that are on the register, but we are opposed to objection of names in a hidden place in Dr. Bawume's house. It is not allowed. Dr. Bawume is very much aware of that. The executives are aware of that. The EC is aware of that. Why is it that we were not called to a meeting? Upon the request of the executives, who made request, the executives of that state branch, who made request to the officials, said they wanted to know why the officials sent the DVD and the PVR to Dr. Bawume's house. Their questions, their reasons, address was not given to them. So we are not certain now. We need a probe, a detailed one, that everybody will be involved.
Who should do this probe?
The EC, the police, we would be comfortable with any of them doing the probe.
If not, then what?
If not, then that means that our register is said to be compromised.
Because
Dr.
a BVD kit, sorry. You're saying that if an investigation is not done, the register is compromised because the BVD kit was moved from the center to the home of Dr. Bawumia.
Not the BVD alone, Francis. The PVR, the Provisional Voters Register, that political parties are not supposed to even go through. We are not supposed to go through. It is the mandate of the exhibition officer or the verification officer who are supposed to hold or who put these documents in custody. So we don't understand why they should they should move those particulars or documents to Dr. Bawume's house for him to go through with his executive.
Okay. Imar Abdul Razak, thank you for your time this afternoon. He's the communications manager for the NDC in the Wale Wale constituency. Well, we've reached out to the Northern Regional Secretary of the MPP for his comments on this matter, Mr. Sule. He says the party will respond to this matter a bit later. They will not offer any comment on it for now.